Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. How are you guys doing today? It is Papa Snow here coming to you live out of Guyana. We're just running a quick test. Oh, look, it's looking fine.
It's working.
So the new camera is it's working just well, right? And
Let's see how it looks online.
it should look right.
Yeah, it's fine. It's working.
Hey guys, how is everyone doing? For some reason though, we are getting some slow internet speeds here. Right, hope all is well. Today we actually have a very special episode. There's a couple reasons why today's episode is very special. First and foremost, we do have our network president here with us at our Guyana location. Miss Natasha Chin, welcome.
Thank you.
All right, how was the flight?
Long.
Long?
Tedious. COVID. It was tedious.
It's kind of hectic,
The
huh?
stop off at Barbados
Okay.
wasn't the one.
How's it been since you've been in Guyana so far?
Hot.
Hot.
But it's it's been a sad one, but so far, well, since the funeral, it's been okay.
All right.
It's
well,
been all right.
well.
The skiing, going to the skiing was good.
All right.
That was
So
a nice
yes,
update.
our network president did have the opportunity to go and visit our housing development site. So I'm very happy to know that she's also content because she has to review my work, which is like
Yep.
the one person that could fire me, right, is finally in the building. All right. Special good afternoon to everyone who is viewing. I see my boy Floyd. What's up, my brother?
Hi, Floyd.
Right, to all of our viewers, check it out. Our network president is here. Right? Wait. What's that, Floyd? I told y'all they're gonna hook up. Next thing you're gonna hear that they're married. Oh, stunt. Well, we do have some really big news for everyone,
Yeah.
but it actually has absolutely nothing to do with that.
Yeah.
Right? For those of you who have your curiosity out there, okay, let me put
Curiosity killed the cat.
It killed the cat, right? You killed the cat. So some people like a dead cat. Who is right? By the way, this is gonna be one hell of an interesting show. If by chance there are children in the room, you should probably ask them to step outside. It might end up being a big people talk, right? I will do my best to maintain language, of course, right? So if I do say anything that is out of context, or like a curse, I will do it with a please or thank you behind it.
Or
Yeah,
behind it or in front of
or
it.
behind it, right? And just kind of go from that way. All right, guys. Now, today is a very special episode. Once again, based on relationships, right? It is a relationship segment. All right. Always throughout our relationship segment, it's always good that we have a male and a female perspective. Okay. And both of us have been through our shares of relationships.
Mm-hmm.
So we do have some degree of advice that could be helpful to a lot of people out there. Mind I say, neither one of us, to my knowledge, is a doctor yet. All right?
Yes.
Well, I have Photoshop and I haven't gotten so creative yet. Right? So, and I do understand that Photoshop does make people doctors in this day and age in this country. So, depends on how my printer ink is looking. You can be that. Right? By the way, I'm full of jokes, right? No disrespect meant, right? It's just that Guyana is a magical country, right?
It's not a real place.
Right, not a real place, but it definitely is, in many senses. All right, so the question for today's relationship topic, okay, is what would you do if your partner has multiple phones or phone numbers and multiple social media accounts? Okay? Now, there's a lot of reasons that a person may or may not have multiple accounts, right? There are a few reasons. I mean, I've done business, right, many times, and there were times in the past when it made sense for me to have more than one phone number, right? However, at the same time, as a business person, as my time gets very limited, I decided to opt out of having more than one phone number.
So you downsized?
I downsized from about 3 or 4 phone numbers to 1 phone number simply because it's just too much. there's too much. The phone was ringing too goddamn much. And
But
anyone who really does business, right, realizes that too many phone calls is not always a good thing.
True, but it depends on what level of business you're talking about, what sectors you're talking about. I mean, in my sector, was obviously HR, I have to have 2 phones.
Well, I was a prostitute. No, I'm just playing.
But you need about 3 or 4
I'm just playing. I just, by the way, please don't quote me on that. I said that for the hell of it, just to see what y'all would say, right?
He needs about 3 or 4 phones.
Because too much.
Jack of all trades.
Yeah, you know. I just thought that would be really hilarious to put out there. So don't quote me on that. I've done a lot of things in my life, but definitely that was not one of them, right? But I don't know. I wonder if I would make a good one. Who knows?
You never know.
Never know, huh? Nah, I'm good. GT&T sucks too much. I would miss half my calls, right? I'd be trying to do something and internet just pause and thing, right?
Mm-hmm.
No, but the realistic thing is, you know, there are multiple people, right, who have multiple phone numbers, multiple accounts. They make GT&T, they make the phone companies rich. However, when you're in a serious relationship and your partner has multiple phone numbers, accounts, you know, where does that leave you? How does that leave you feeling, right? And a lot of us are not very secure in our relationships.
Yeah.
A lot of us also have our own personal insecurities.
But then there's also people like myself where I wouldn't tolerate that. So it's nothing to do with insecurities. It's just I know what I want and what I will accept and what I'll tolerate.
Okay, so question. Would any of you out there, right? Wait, about to give me, what's that? Somebody put something there.
About to give me what?
Yeah, see if you can read it there. Man, I said this is supposed to be a fun episode, right? About to give me a snooker. Okay, sorry. I'm that's Bingo.
Yeah.
Yeah. Hey, what's up, Bingo? What's up, my brother? Yeah. No, but.
Hi, Michael.
Okay, I don't even know what you mean by snooker, man. You gotta like define that for me real fast because I don't know what that's supposed to mean. I don't know how to answer. I don't know how to answer to that one, right? But yeah, you know, listen, for most of us, right, especially some of us guys, you know, we know what it is, right? And you know, back in the day, a lot of us G's, or old time G's, or old G's, or whatever you want to call yourself, old G's, like my little son to say now, right? Right? You know, we used to have multiple numbers and things. We don't want people, you know, if you're in a relationship, you don't want, you gotta run logistics, man.
Mm-hmm.
You can't have one thing bumping up the next and so, you know, I know from my own guilty conscience in the past.
But as you get older, you grow out of that.
Yeah,
right?
definitely, but
not
all the time. Not all the time. Not all.
Don't grow out of that.
Not all the time. Hey,
Women too.
I know a lot of women who have multiple accounts.
Too.
Right? I don't trust women who have multiple phone numbers. Right? I can tell you this straight. We could do business together. We could talk. We whatever's good. But long-term relationship, not like no. I can't definitely because, you know. You gotta show me a realistic reason why you have all of this, right? It's gotta make some sense.
Okay, so let me give you a scenario. Say that you're in a relationship with somebody, right? Now
I have no idea.
Okay, you're in a relationship with someone. You're pretty serious. Probably a year into the relationship. Year and a half into the relationship, you find out this person's got multiple Facebook accounts, they've had 2 phone numbers. How are you handling that?
I will more than likely stop taking the relationship seriously. I would float with it. I would ease it down.
And then step out.
Send her on her way nice and easy. And then roll out.
Mm-hmm.
Why? Because I enable arguments and I enable a headache. But that's the mature me. Right? I think a younger me would have been more confrontational. The younger we are, we tend to be more emotional. But there's some people who are, you know, older and they're still very emotional, right? And sometimes you need to take some emotions out of the equation in order to make a good decision,
Very true.
right?
But then it's difficult when emotions are involved. So how do you separate the two?
Well, something gotta go, something gotta go, because at the end of the day, if I would, like, for me, if I was to stay in a relationship with that, and my partner sees that that's something that bothers me and does not address the situation, then I would be living in a state of psychological torment.
It would make you insecure.
It would make me feel very insecure. And I don't think I would have much reason to feel insecure, but at the same time, it would make me feel insecure. Unless I know for a fact, right? Why? Now, is there any acceptable reason for a man to have multiple social media accounts or phone numbers? I got to ask a woman there here.
I mean,
So,
it's dependent. I mean, if you're upfront with it from the beginning and it's to do with business related, then that's acceptable. If you're open and honest with it in the beginning, but I'm not talking about like 5-6 different accounts. I'm saying like if you've got 1 or 2.
Okay, so we're seeing, I'm watching some comments here, right? Okay, so we have a question here, right, from Rebecca Ramgalam.
Yeah.
Ramgalam, I hope I said your name right. It says, "Hi Snow, what about being in a relationship and your partner keep talking to another woman on his phone?"
What's the conversation about?
Yeah, and are you comfortable with the conversation that they are having? This is a big thing, right?
Is he doing it in front of you? Is he doing
Right.
it behind your back?
But
There's so many different factors.
It does come down to, what is that conversation about? So that's a big what, right? So, I mean, if it's a standard conversation, maybe they had a business, maybe there's a reason, for them to be talking. Maybe it's a family friend, long-term family friend. Maybe they got a lot in common. Well, for me, I don't think I would buy the family friend excuse.
No.
I'll tell you.
Because if it's a long-term family friend, you would have already met them.
I would have met it. And I would also wonder why the man want to talk to a woman on the phone, or you understand? Or I would think if it's a woman, she would want to know why not a woman on talking on the phone.
Exactly.
Right? There must be some sort of reason there. Okay.
And if he hasn't introduced you to this woman by a certain period of time, but he's still talking to her, then something's wrong there. That doesn't add up.
Right. Let's see what the viewers are saying. Hold on, let me see what I can do with the stream and bring up all of these questions correctly.
I agree with Patricia Hurry. Sometimes it's better to be confrontational and clear the air in order to move on.
You agree with her?
I wouldn't say confrontational. I wouldn't say that's the right word. But I would say communicate with the other person. Confrontational, like I'm not looking for a fight. I just need answers.
Okay. So, men, I hope y'all are listening. Whether it's communicate or confrontational, it means the same thing, but just a little different. You're walking on thin ice there, boy. So when you hear she say she want to communicate, let me tell you, man, right away just broke up the other phone. Broke it up. Don't keep it. Only time you keep the other phone and the other account, it best be business related, and she best have the account number. Right? Unless your relationship is full with real trust.
Yeah.
Right? Because
that means you have to be very open with your partner. It means you have to be totally honest. And whatever you tell your partner must be able to take it. Do you understand? So, but then you're not going to find many people out there that's like that.
How many women? I want to ask the women out there this question. How many of you? Just type yes or no, right? How many of you can tolerate your man having multiple phone numbers and multiple social media accounts? Just simple yeses or nos, right? Because
I'll put my hands up and say no.
Okay, so we got one no.
There's one no unless it's business related and I'm clued up about it, then we're good.
But what if he
But-
considered a business?
What kind of business?
Whatever business he doing. He could say, baby, this is a future investment on a business. I started a business now.
No.
That can't work.
That ain't working.
Okay, that excuse out the box, guys.
Show me your business plan.
Show me your business plan.
Show me your business plan.
Show me
Then
the
we'll
business
talk.
plan. All
Show
right.
me your business plan.
All right, so you would have to lay out the business plan for us, right?
Yeah.
Before the administration allows you to conduct business on
Yep.
those other accounts, right? So I guess that's part of it, right? Let's see. Okay, so we get the.
No.
All right, so women. We got
All
one.
the women say no. What about the men?
All the women say no.
What about the men?
Okay. Somebody said, okay, this is from past experience. Patricia Hurry said, it's in the past, but I tolerated it until I was left out in the cold.
See, that's why you don't tolerate it.
That's why you don't tolerate
You don't tolerate it, you see? Until she was left out in the cold. You
Okay.
don't tolerate it.
Okay, but then let's look at it from the next aspect. Wouldn't it better if you see it coming ahead of time and you have the opportunity
To duck out.
to duck out before you're left in the cold? Because that's a red flag. In my book, it's a red flag, right?
That's a big red flag.
Right. So, multiple accounts. What the hell going on all these accounts? You know, because I'm on social media a lot, right? And I agree. As long as it's transparent, I'm okay with it. The problem is, it's not always transparent,
Parent.
right? Because the reality is, how can you verify that it is as transparent as you would like it to be, unless you got a lot of time on your hands to play Inspector Gadget and inspect all the gadget that are in your house?
But then that's going through that's having his password, going through all of that. That's insecurity. That's just too much hard work.
Exactly. That
That's
comes
a full-time
across.
job.
That comes across as insecurity to me.
That is insecurity.
So-
It's a full-time job because literally you're going to be going surfing through each account.
Okay, hold on. We're hearing somebody that has lived this experience already. She said, when I touched on the subject, I was made to understand that I am insecure. Okay, so there's a difference between being insecure and aware. Okay? There's a difference. There is a difference between being insecure and aware. Okay? If you know that you're cheated, telling your partner that they're insecure is an easy cop out. And there's a way to address that. Guys, I'm sorry. Let me just say this first and foremost. I'm about to take away a lot of people's escape card right here. Yeah,
It's a cop-out, yeah.
right? 99% of the time, not even 99, I would say 90. 90% of the time, if you're feeling insecure, you're feeling insecure for a very valid reason. Do not ever believe that you're feeling insecure without some sort of a valid reason. Right? And you need to understand that if you are feeling insecure in your relationship, that you have a choice. Okay? You have a choice. You either stay in a position that makes you question things every day, or you walk away and you take the hurt and you understand that better days will come.
It's as simple as that.
Because at the end of the day, you could be as secure as you want to feel. It still does not mean something isn't happening. And as insecure as you might be, it still does not mean that something is happening or is not happening. Right? It comes back down to a trust.
Yeah.
Comes back down to trust. Right? My woman could have 1,000 accounts, but I gotta know my woman. Bottom line.
Boils down to trust.
Bottom line. You know, you got to know your woman.
I mean, if she's open and honest with you from the
Right.
get-go.
Right? That doesn't mean she's always open and honest.
Not really.
right? Past success is no guarantee of future success, and past failure is no guarantee of future failure,
Very true.
right? You could be in love with somebody that never get catch doing wrong. It don't mean they never do wrong,
Or they're not going to.
or they're not going to. And the thing is, you know, it comes from not being honest with each other, not being, you know,
Open.
forthcoming and open with each other. It's something that a lot of relationships don't have. And I'll tell you why a lot of relationships don't have it. Because everybody lies to each other. Everybody says, we want 100% honesty.
Whether it's a very minuscule lie, a white lie, a black lie, it's a lie is a lie. It
But
doesn't
bottom
matter.
line,
Or
bottom line,
withholding the
listen,
truth is still
listen,
a lie.
Bottom line, people don't want 100% honesty. Because here's the reality.
It's not they don't want it,
Look.
it's can they deal with it. That's the difference.
Well, here's the thing, right? I'm on social media. There are going to be some beautiful women who might send me messages. They might compliment me and tell me I'm handsome, something like that, right? And if I'm in a solid relationship, even if I'm in a solid relationship, a compliment still feels nice.
Yeah, but there's nothing wrong with
However,
accepting that compliment.
However, if you accept that compliment, there's no guarantee that the person would. If you tell the person your way, hey, you know, these people told me this thing and I feel nice because she tell me it. I found her to be pretty and I like the compliment. Doesn't mean you want there with shit, but
then that's down to you and your partner to be able to have that communication.
can you and your partner have that level of communication?
I can.
How would you feel if your partner?
Listen, for me, it's not about.
Would you?
them
Okay, question.
complimenting.
Would you go to look at the picture of the woman that I?
You're damn straight. What do you think I'm gonna do? Sit down and
She'll be curious.
Come on.
She gonna
I
want.
want to know who is this woman.
You
Come on,
want to know who?
let's be
But what
real.
if the man said, I ain't telling you?
What do you mean? Listen, that's why it's Facebook. You can check people out.
What if man just delete the comment?
If you're a smart woman, you will screenshot it.
If you're a smart man, you can
Listen.
delete it before you talk about it, right? Or you're dead man. I never see no smart dead man, right? So, yeah, man, listen carefully, right? Because at the end of the day, okay, good. So you're gonna want to go and look. And why are you gonna want to go and look?
Because you want to see, like, what's she about? Who is she? Is she single? Is she not? Is he going to turn around and respond to her? How does he respond to her? It's just a woman's nature. A woman's going to do that.
Where y'all woman gonna find all the time?
Trust me, we find time.
Y'all woman is proper find time.
We find time.
Y'all got to grow in backyard, find leaf, broad leaf. Y'all got plenty time.
We find plenty. Trust me.
Floyd said that he wants to get with that woman. Nah, that is not.
Not necessarily, but not necessarily. If you're turning around and you're accepting a compliment, if I get compliments on my page, I say thank you. If I'm in a relationship, that doesn't mean to say that I want to dare with that person. It's just a case of it's manners to say thank you. No.
Okay, but if she private message him and he responds.
Now, if you no, now as a me, see, I'm different. If I'm in a relationship and someone private messages me, I will respond, but I know my boundaries. I know how to handle my business.
Yeah, like for me, I'm on
I know
social
how
media.
to handle
I
my
mean,
business.
I've received messages, right, and from some very nice people. But at the end of the day, I say thank you very much. How may I help you? I mean, bottom
That's
line.
your famous line. How may I help you?
What else you gonna tell people when they're messaging you? They gotta message you for a reason. Especially some people who just like, hi, hi.
Well, that's different.
You
But
know,
if
how may I
obviously
help
if
you?
they're paying you a compliment, they're paying you a compliment for a reason.
Let's see what's going on. Let Noel, what's up, my brother? Hey,
Hi,
check
Noel.
it out.
How you doing?
Tasha's in the building.
I know he messaged on one of my posts.
Okay, Floyd, if he does not want to tell you, then he probably wants to get with her. More than likely. There's a high probability. He might not want to get with her immediately, but if the opportunity
Arises.
arises, he wouldn't lapse. he wouldn't lapse.
That's coming from two men.
Right? Just letting you know, right? Instinctually, he ain't gonna lapse. Right? If you hear it trip, it slip, and it slide somewhere you ain't supposed to go, that wasn't no accident.
Trip, slip, and fell in.
Right? That was an orchestrated accident. Right? So.
I am Noel, thank you.
Right? So, yeah, Floyd, I would agree with you. What was that? I think somebody says Snow, you as a player. It depends.
Player.
It depends. It depends on what you consider a player.
Hi, Laverne. Hey, my sis.
I play video games. Right? So, somebody put, why do man and so much woman and can't take care of one? I don't know. I never wanted more than one woman at the time. I've never been able to physically do the action with more than one woman at one time. So, you know.
Maintaining that would be expensive too.
That sounds very expensive.
That sounds hella expensive.
That sounds very expensive. You know. That somebody said, I retired. Yeah, damn sure. He retired.
Floyd is a former player.
Floyd, big up, former player.
Hey!
You're in rehabilitation, right? Well, I successfully completed rehab.
You too?
Yes, I successfully completed rehab. I was addicted to it for a good, 10 years. It's like all my 20s done right there. Because you try to be loyal and people giving you a blow. So you know what happened? You turn into the breeze until you turn into a snowstorm. Right? So things happen.
From blizzard to snowstorm.
However, I will tell you this, right? Not everybody was responsible. There were people who were players that just ain't responsible about being a player. Listen, if you're a man and you're watching this, even if you're a woman and you're watching this, and you're a player, nothing wrong with being a player, right, player? Let me tell you this right now. Guys, if there was no game, there would be no players.
Yeah.
Right? Like, bottom line, everything got the purpose, right? So, but how do you play? Do you play in a way in which is going to destroy somebody's emotions, their self-esteem, their character? Real players don't lie. First thing. Real players don't lie. If you got to lie, you ain't no player. Let me just tell you.
You're playing games.
You're playing, yeah, not even though. If you got to lie, you ain't no player. Because that means you can't handle it. Straight up. I know men out there that ain't got to lie to kick at you. And I respect them because they don't lie. They ain't got to.
Because they got their sidekick on the side, and most times
They
for their partner.
they got whatever they got going on, but that's a player. Right? And even a real player will tell you, them don't even have multiple accounts. Because it's just too much work. So if you see somebody with multiple accounts and they're not doing business, then the reality is they're newbie in the game. They're still fresh. They're only in the game for about 4 or 5 years. Can't be in the game anything longer.
They're novices.
Yeah, they're novices. They ain't ready yet. Right? But definitely I can tell you, anybody I see with multiple phone numbers, I question them.
Multiple phone numbers, multiple accounts.
Multiple phone numbers, multiple social media accounts, I question them. Even if you are given access to the accounts. Here's the funny thing, right?
Because they can delete messages before you go in. They can give you the password, and they can change the password so many times.
If somebody has 5 accounts already, and they give you the password to all 5, what makes you think they ain't got 10 more?
There you go.
So, safety is, if you know somebody ain't got it for professional reasons.
That's someone that's got a lot of time on their hands.
Right? No, that's somebody with a shitload of time.
They've got, like, do they want, like...
Well,
that would have to be a full-time job.
No, well, here's the thing. There's some people that are paid to have fake accounts, and that's how come this whole thing came up. Right? Because I was speaking to somebody the other day, and he's a troll for, like, some of these politicians, right? And, there's a lot of troll accounts out here, so we were, like, tracking down troll accounts. So I found a troll, right? And I cornered the troll. And the troll had to negotiate with me to save his identity.
Oh, really?
Right? So while we were talking, we were going through certain things, and the troll was showing me certain little tricks, and he was telling me, you know, how he get X amount of girls and things, does this. And the man got the own life and everything going on. I'm not going to expose the troll's name because his wife is going to kill him. And it's not really me business, right? So, but I'm doing this because I think a lot of people need to understand it, right? You know, and he has multiple accounts, and some of these accounts, they don't even showcase him. But yet somehow he just get through with women that he meets on these accounts.
Because you know what he probably does? Direct message, so messenger, he probably then sends them a picture on direct messenger.
Well, that has...
Think about it.
Well, I figured that's it, right? But when there are so many accounts, I could only imagine, and this is where this thing came up. I could only imagine what the man's partner must feel like. Because remember, this is this man's job too, partially. So she can't really tell the man, don't have the accounts, because the man is paid to push propaganda off of fake social media accounts, right? But off of those same social media accounts, right? You know, he does all of his dirty business, and then he has multiple phone numbers.
You trolls need exposing.
Yeah, well,
Sorry.
I ain't gonna expose this one, right?
They need exposing.
This one struck a social media plea bargain. So we had to, you know, yeah, man. There's due process, right? There's plea bargaining and thing like this happening here, right? There's funny thing. Let's see. Somebody said,
Hi, Fazina.
what did somebody said? Somebody said I got more viewers because Tasha's on the show. Hell yeah! I ain't stupid. I ain't stupid. I know plenty people like see pretty woman. Why you think beer commercial got sexy woman? Cigarette and all commercial, they gonna put some pretty person. Accident and all, they got a nurse with a pretty bamsy and all. You think people plan put pretty woman right there? I gotta take me ratings up. You think Critical Alone? You think Critical Alone is the only pretty person on TV with wild hair and stuff? No. No way. Critic there Dubai right now. So Papa Snow got hot up the place. I bring foreign gal.
British.
What do you mean?
You got jokes.
Right.
Hi, Toots. Hi, Mandy.
Right.
I've got to come and see you.
Fazina.
My duck lips.
Flight, definitely, man. Definitely. But eat your heart out, man. I there next to she right now. Yeah. No, but, you know, for me, I just like being around beautiful people. Right? And what I mean by beautiful people, I mean not just people that look good, but people with good personalities. Right? People with some common sense. People I can have a discussion with, right?
People with intellect.
And that is why I love our viewers. I love our viewers, because if you're not the smart person, you can't sit there and watch this show. You're gonna get lost, right?
Indeed.
You ain't even making it past claims and objection, much less to the real thing, right? So, you know, I love all our viewers. We're all beautiful people. I think it's an interesting topic though, because a lot of people don't know how to deal with it, right? But
For
realistically
me,
speaking,
I say what I would do. I'm asking questions. If I'm not hearing the answers that I want to hear, you're gone. It's that simple. Sorry, I'm very, how can I put it? I'm very blunt. I'm very direct. So if I'm not hearing, I know what I want. I know what I don't want. And if I'm not hearing what I want to hear, don't get me wrong in terms of certain situations, but there's no compromising unless it's work related. If not, sorry. It's that simple.
well, I think we have our answer from this woman.
Yep.
What do you women think? Put it in the comment section below. Are you going to tolerate it or not tolerate it? Okay?
There you go. Hi, Minnie.
I, for one, will tell you. As soon as I look at you, You see me face making all sorts of different movements. I just look at you and be like, uh-huh.
Mm-hmm.
Uh-huh. Really?
Mm-hmm.
Interesting. You meet anybody nice on these accounts? I can start
Do
going
you
out
really think they're gonna answer you though? Like,
No,
oh,
well,
no,
well.
babe, I haven't.
Listen, I'm not asking them for any other reason except just to entertain the conversation, right? Because I already know what I'm gonna do. I just want to find out more. Like you would want to see
Just
who,
fucking
you
with
you would want to see. You would want to see who the woman is. You want to go target the woman. I ain't even want to see who
Listen,
the man
I
is.
don't have time to target a woman because let me tell you something here. Women are gonna come at your man. It's what your man responds to that woman. I ain't got time with a woman. Do what you gotta do, boo-boo. That's on you. What my man is to respond to a woman, that is what I'm checking. That's the difference.
Okay, what are some of the responses that would not be okay?
Flirty responses would not be okay.
Does that include emojis?
Emojis?
Does it include emojis? I'm curious because they got some emoji. There's a yellow thing with heart. So does that mean care? Does that mean you want to hug the man? What is it? Right? We need some detailed emojis.
An emoji is an emoji. I'm talking about text wording.
Okay. So once you use emojis, you're
Like
safe.
an emoji's not gonna, unless you're putting kissy faces, then you're taking that to another level. But it's an
Belange.
nah,
peach,
you're taking
okay.
a piss. Belange and peach. Why would you be putting it up to the next woman
You know-
unless you're looking peace? Come on.
Look, like these days, I still don't even know how to get the Belange or the peach emoji yet. I buy all type before. I
It's
don't
so
know.
easy. You
I
go
don't
to the
know
emoji
as
setting,
well.
Scroll through.
They have an emoji setting.
Oh shit. Yeah. They do. It's very easy.
I've been on social media all this time. I didn't realize they got an emoji
Look,
setting.
There is. Look.
That you just get the Belange and the peach them in.
You want me to put it
You
up?
know how much
Look.
time I wanted to showcase a Belange and I could not showcase a Belange.
Look, I'm gonna find
And it got me lost. I didn't even know we got the special Belange emoji special thing here.
And you can't find a peach either?
I can't find the peach. I can't find the Belange. You see, it's that because you got a woman's account.
It's nothing to do
It
with
gotta
that.
be. It gotta
That
be.
is a damn lie.
I still can't find it. I see people put it out. What was that? That Belange look a little too ruthless there though. That's that Apple iPhone Belange. What?
I just put it up there.
You see, yeah, woman. You see, this is the whole thing. Anytime you see a peach and a Belange, you got left sheet. One, cause you're speaking in language that ain't even
This
English.
is what I'm saying. So it depends on the type of emoji you put up. It totally depends on the type of emoji you put up.
Okay, so by the way,
Because that is
Papa
your
Snow just
insinuating
found out that
certain
there's a
things.
special emoji list for Belange and peach and things like that.
Mm-hmm.
They got other fruit there.
Yeah. They got apples.
They got the whole market in there. We can call it the market page.
Yeah, they've got everything in there. Hold on.
I feel old. I feel outdated now. I mean, I've been seeing these. What, you even got a cat there? A cat emoji. You know how many times I wanted to just stick up a cat emoji on one of them politician page? And couldn't find a cat emoji for stick up there?
You need to learn how to work emojis.
All I like doing right now is walking my mouth.
It's my kids that showed me how to use that, by the way. So.
Man, Alexander can't show me how to use it yet. Alexander have me running around trying to pick up a truck or something.
With his tape measure everywhere.
With his tape measure. Alexander taking me golf course to look for emoji, measuring everything. So no, you know I'm still a little fresh at this thing, right? Still a little fresh at this thing, right? Okay, so it's based on what's said, but emojis are fine.
Yeah. Dependent on the type of emoji.
But what if the
Belange
man?
and peach, no.
But what if the man just tell you
And
that
water, no.
that it was like ingredients for a dish? Yeah, man. what was it? An eggplant parmesan with a little squirt of citrus.
That's not happening. That's bullshit. We know that. We know that.
But how
What dish do you know that has lasted well, bologna and peach?
Baby, I'm a chef and I would create one just to find my way out of trouble. What you telling me? If a man think he about to get catch, you best believe he gonna find himself in that kitchen chopping up them orange. Baby, throw the bologna on the fire. We gonna chop these orange flag and stick it in there. But you're like, no, you're supposed to use garlic. This time we use an orange and peach. That is what I was saying. You just misread the whole thing, right?
With a little sprinkle of water.
With a little sprinkle of water on it. That's when after you cook it, you make it eat. Woo. Yeah, Shelly. Oh gosh, Shelly, you out there? You missing a lot of fun.
Hi, Shelly.
Network sister, missing a lot of fun.
Yeah, she should have been here.
All right. Let's see, Chandranat Jagdeo. All those phones and accounts. They have a lot of time on their hands to use all of that. I wouldn't trust them because that's too much. It's unhealthy, and it reminds of Joe from You. Okay, I haven't seen the series You know. Have you seen it?
Yeah, dude is sick. He's a nutcase. You need to watch it. Dude is
you
sick.
know, I saw the clips on the Netflix.
He's a
and I said
psycho.
I'm gonna watch it.
You need to watch it.
You know what? I might start watching that from this evening. Right? I saw the little clips. It seemed a little off, but it seemed kind of psychotic in a way.
Oh, he is psychotic.
Okay,
good.
good.
He's a psychopath.
Oh, okay, good. So that's the type of
I
stuff
don't even
you
want
would
to
be.
spoil it because if I
just looking at the clips, I figured it was something like that.
He's the kind of guy that would create an account, and it wouldn't be him to stalk women. That's the kind of guy he is. He's a psycho.
Why would I want to watch that?
No, it's good. It is a good series. It is a good series.
I feel that's what this other guy does, who's the troll. I'm just waiting to see if he targets anybody. Then we're gonna skinny up. Right. Okay, let's see. What Floyd said correct and possibility. Oh God, they're gone. I want to see if you can pull it up there. Hi, Christina. You girls coming over? Y'all come. You, Fazina, y'all come and enjoy yourself. You having fun in Guyana. Shelly, everybody, y'all come. Okay, let's see what Floyd says. Not only that, but their accounts could be fake, and he himself is responding to the accounts to assure it's truth.
That what?
Possibly, he could be playing a double side on the accounts and just lining it. Okay, so.
Hi, Reeds.
Now, this show has a double side, right?
Yeah.
This show has a double side, and I'm going to show you how a real player would do it, or how I would have done it back in the day. Okay, this is going to be something none of y'all ever expect now. For all of y'all that said, you ain't tolerating it. You ain't keeping the man. Yeah, man who left y'all partner right now just going buy 2 extra phones. Got divorce right there. No headache. They gone. They gonna left you. Story done, you know. You ain't even gotta get catch. You can pull a joke. Talk to yourself or whatnot. Makes you feel as a woman sending your thing, and this time it's you. And you innocent as hell. You just having fun watching because maybe you just want the woman goes your way. Because it's let me tell you, there are plenty men out here, right? There's plenty women too. People who are in relationships right now that are looking for ways out of their relationships. Have any one of you ever been in a relationship and you needed to get out of the relationship?
Hell yeah.
But you did not want to be the one.
You're just waiting for that perfect opportunity.
You're waiting for the opportunity that does not destroy your own personal conscience on the way out.
You don't want to be the one to say, it's not you, it's me.
So if you're one of those smart guys and you're watching right now, right? What you need to do is you need to take some notes. And if your woman is here and she says she's not going to tolerate it and you're looking for a way out, buy 240. But also buy a bulletproof vest at the same time. Right? Because if they were bold enough to sit there on this stream, that means you getting licks. And don't do that nonsense unless you got some type of friend waiting outside with a getaway car. Or something, right? But it's just so simple.
Yeah.
It's just so simple. In fact, that is one of the best ways to get out of a relationship from what I see. Create a situation of insecurity that you can safely walk away, right?
So you're actually telling people how to get out of a relationship?
Yeah, I'll tell them this is a relationship segment, right? We could tell them
you could just
it's not just about saving a relationship.
Yeah, but why not just say instead of making up a whole drama?
Well,
why
there's
not
two
just say
sides
I've
to it.
outgrown you?
But there's two sides to it. People don't like the truth.
Or why not just say you're not for me? What you're doing does not tie
Because
in with my morals and my beliefs.
Because some people tell you, I will grow to it. I will do this. How do you break people down like that? What do you do? What do you do?
They will grow to it.
Hey, people. Hey, I see it. You know how many people I know that are in relationships that they want...
Actually saying that, I know somebody that was in that situation. She goes, oh, I'll accept it. I'll accept. Nah.
See?
Nah.
See? But Homai might have wanted the rule, right? But he might not have been able to tell her straightforward. Or maybe he's tried to tell her and she just ain't want to indirectly. And people have a lot of indirect ways that they tell you they want to be out of a relationship. Multiple accounts.
To me, that's just playing games.
Multiple social media accounts, phone numbers, multiple ways of connecting to other people, right? Even if you're not doing something, once it's not business related, then more than likely you're still seeking attention and you're not ready for that relationship. Honest to goodness, okay? And if you're with somebody and that is going on, then you need to be very straight up with them. Confrontational, right? Or communicative. Right? But you do need to confront the issue. You need to say, hey, baby, hey, check this out. Why? And I think the hardest part that people have is when people are honest to them and they tell them why. Like, I know a lot of women.
It's whether you're going to get an honest answer, though. That's the thing.
Do you expect an honest answer?
No.
Okay, good. So if you don't expect an honest answer, why even ask?
Exactly.
Just roll.
Unless I have that kind of communication with my partner, then that's different.
Let me say, what's that? Somebody said, not everyone can think like you. No, I'm not saying that everyone can think like me, and I'm not saying that that is directly what it is. But what I would say is that every human being in this life has a certain part of them that's opportunistic, right? And based on the situation or their want or their need at that moment, people will adapt and, link to certain things. They will look for the easier way out. And if you don't believe me, think about how many times one of you personally have chosen the easier way out.
I've done it. I'm sure you've done it.
I think we've all done it at some point in time.
Yeah.
Right? Hey, what's up, Bevon? My brother, Mr. King. Yeah, bro, just shout you after this. Right? Yeah, so it happens. It happens. I did have a really great revelation today, though. I learned about the emoji list with the peach and the melange. I can tell you, you learn new things every day.
Yep.
You would think me being on social media so long, I would have knew about that. But I didn't. You learn new things every day, right? And for reasons like this, if I had a woman with multiple accounts on social media and I just discovered it, I didn't know what was going on, blah, 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 and especially if I see any fruits on she list, I done. I am so done.
Even a watermelon.
I don't even know what she planned on doing with the watermelon. That one would have me more scared than anything. Because I would have to go ask my son Xander for let me the measuring tape. Circumference, radius. We gotta do something to my class in this sucker right here. God. Alright, Bevon, only if the person can deal with it. All right, respect to that too, right? Because I know people where both parties have multiple accounts, but both parties are technically players.
That's what you call an open relationship.
So that is open relationship,
Or
right?
it's complicated.
I think that's the new bullshit term for
It's
hey, listen, I'm gonna
complicated.
do all my dirt, and that's kind of the way it is, and fuck off, right? So I guess that's what you put. How many of you have it's complicated on your Facebook status? Well, we don't know what y'all up to. I'm gonna watch now and learn. Next thing you know,
Let's see who says.
I'm gonna watch y'all accounts to see what other type of special list I'm missing from this emoji thing, right? Because I think they got emoji car and everything. That take me gonna take them out for right. What's the right?
See someone put a red flag, red flag, red flag.
Red flags, yes.
Yeah.
Juanita, oh, good evening, Juanita. How are you doing?
Good evening.
Yeah, this is Miss Natasha Chin, president of our company, and she's actually here today with us. She is here from London, so it is a pleasure. Okay, what's that? My boy got a lot to offer here, so let's see. It's open once the person don't see what the next one is doing. You know what? Well, if the person doesn't know what the next person is doing, is that truly open or is that still kind of hidden?
If what?
If one person doesn't see what the next person is doing,
No, that's just withholding the truth.
that's withholding the truth.
Sorry, I need to answer someone.
Okay, so just
Zaitan, do you want to come and see what happened to my mouth? Come and check it out.
okay, hold on. I need to see what's going on.
Idiot.
Nah,
Sorry,
man.
my mouth ain't got no filter.
Don't worry, that's all right. They like your mouth. Your mouth look good.
They've always got an issue with my mouth.
Now you got me looking at my mouth. My mouth is alright. Right? Don't you think? You got a good mouth. Right? For all those who want model mouth, right? You gotta come and hear what we mouth gonna say though. Right? Because what this mouth gonna tell you.
I'm very direct and to the point.
Right.
I don't play games.
Right? Imagine. I'm pretty raw when it comes to speaking, right?
Haters always gonna hate.
And this is like a female version of me.
Yep.
With mouth, right? So enjoy the one. Okay? Enjoy the one. In fact,
So I will come live and direct and tell you
come
about
back
yourself.
to whoever. Good luck with that, right? You
It's alright, Floyd. I don't give a shit about me.
Nah, they
You
don't
can
know.
Kiss
Listen,
my white ass.
right? I know. I think somebody said again. It's gotta be Fazina. Yeah, Fazina said again.
Yeah, Fazina. Everyone thinks I've got collagen in my lips.
No, I don't know why. Because wow, your lips so nice. She look very nice. She got nice lips.
Thank you.
I don't know why they always watching. They're envious, but they need.
Jealousy is a bitch.
For the people that are talking about lips, though, I would like to see yours in comparison. I'm not gonna tell you you're right or
Send
you're
him
wrong.
to his direct messenger,
Right.
to his private messenger,
Right?
so he can compare and he'll rate.
Listen, I just, not even mine, man. Just pucker up, come on camera. Pucker up, right?
There we go.
And let's see why you talking. Because in order to talk about that, you got better lips,
Yeah.
Good. Right, so that's a big thing. We need to see some better lips. I need to see a comparison. I think, listen, I don't got a problem if somebody says something bad, but you gotta show the difference.
Yeah.
You gotta show the difference.
Come, let's do a competition. Come online.
Exactly. You know what? I think we could do that next. We could do a lip competition.
Yeah.
We need to take some lip shots. I'm gonna take a lip shot just now, right? And I'm gonna send a lip.
Oh, I did that already. From the last live.
Okay. By the way, when I said a lip shot, let me specify, ladies and gentlemen, what type of lips I talking about, right? Because if I see some fancy emoji peach lips coming up, I know something is wrong, right? We talking about the lips that are on your face, okay? Just make sure you know that, because if people sending me some funny stuff to my things, right? I would have an issue. Floyd. Ooh.
Oh, he took that to another direction.
He said white where Don. Okay, so let's see. You'd be surprised, but let's try to bring Don on camera. Oh, no answer from Don. What happened, Don? I think you had something to say, Don. Block you. You don't want to come on camera? Come on camera. We ain't got a problem bringing people on camera, you know.
Hey.
I think it's only fair. You got something to say, come on camera and say it. But
no,
you see,
I said white ass. This is white wear LMAO.
well, oh,
White wear LMAO. So it's not done.
so it's not done. So
No.
I block you wrongfully.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm gonna unblock this man. Yo, sorry, we're emotional creatures, right? I think you would disrespect
No,
me.
we're not
too.
emotional. We're just hot-headed.
No, I'm
There's
not.
a
I'm not too
difference.
high.
I'm hot-headed.
You can be a little
I'm
hot-headed.
hot-headed.
I
You're
hot-headed.
probably more passive-aggressive.
Yeah, I'm more passive aggressive. That's a little
Me,
bit
I'm
more
hot-headed. I just speak my mind. I don't give a shit.
right? Yeah, there's just a little bit more me. Let me unblock this guy. I blocked him wrongfully. Sorry about
Hi,
that.
Beanie.
Sorry about that. I
Benny,
just
I
unblocked
said
you though.
Benny.
Right, so forgive me there. I
Yeah,
thought.
Don. It wasn't Don that needed blocking.
Don't worry, we're gonna find the other one. We're gonna block you for fun, just now. I ain't got nothing to do in the afternoon, you know. I'm gonna block you, right? Block you up. No, but realistically, though, right? If your partner has multiple accounts, right, and it makes you feel insecure, attempt to talk to your partner about it. If when you talk to your partner about it, the answers that your partner gives cannot quench your curiosity, then it's time for you to leave that relationship, because that relationship will no longer be psychologically healthy
If
for
you have to start questioning.
right? Once it has created a certain level of insecurity in your mind, then for your own mental health, you need to take steps that will ensure that you are not running mad. You need to do things that will empower you, not things to break you down. And this is a very serious thing that people need to understand. If you are anywhere and you are feeling less than what you should be feeling, and you have no understanding as to why things are being done or what is really going on, then you need to do the responsible thing in the name of your own mental health and your future, and you need to step back. Because at the end of the day, ladies and gentlemen, if you cannot have peace of mind, then there's no sense in being in something. You will only create disaster for yourself later on. And if we could follow some simple things, such as avoiding things that can make us question our own sanity, or make us or avoid things that constantly make us feel bad or make us feel less, if we can avoid those, we will live a better quality of life. My advice to everyone out there: if you are with people or in relationships and you feel less than you feel or think you should feel, then you need to make a responsible decision and move away from it, or move forward.
Agreed.
That is the only realistic and honest thing that I can tell everyone out there,
Advice.
right? And this is really, really important. Someone could be cheating on you and you still feel secure, and your relationship will go just fine. And there's people that might not even be doing nothing wrong, and you feel insecure and you start to treat them bad, your relationship will go down the drain. So it has a lot to do with your feelings. And I know some people say, no, if they're cheating on me, I'm going to hate them. But if you never know, you would never even have an argument about it. Out of sight is out of mind. This is reality.
I agree.
The amount of people out there right now that are being cheated on, and they think
They're living a rosy
that their life
relationship.
is perfect, you're lying to yourself. I know, look, I got your girl's number right here. No, I'm just playing. I'm sorry, I just had to say it would have been funny, right? It's kind of funny in kind of a bad way. But seriously, right? You need to be responsible about your mental health. And this is the main purpose of this particular show. Here in my country, in Guyana here, a lot of relationships are suffering because of insecurities, because of infidelity, because of a lot of things that affect them psychologically. This leads to suicide. It leads to domestic violence. It leads to broken families. Broken families, right, ends up leaving children to knock about, children growing up without guidance. Some of them turn to crime, some of them turn to drugs. All of these are aspects and things that have been affecting our society. So yeah, you know, I might have my own way of bringing it about to talk about it, right? But we do have to help secure and protect each other here in this country
There's a
and in
bigger
other
picture,
places. Yeah, there's a
too.
much bigger picture. I never do something with a small picture. I'm not so narrow-sighted. Right? I have a wider vision in mind, right? And that vision ultimately is to help bring a balance to the households in my country, so that our children don't have to grow up with as many broken homes, right? I've learned from this because, you know, I'm divorced. I have children, right?
Same here.
Right? So, and my children were fortunate that I had a certain degree of information in my head in relation to how to deal with the separation, how to deal with jealousy, how to deal with these things. But a lot of other children are not so fortunate. There are thousands of Guyanese, and I say Guyanese because I must represent and respect my people,
course.
right? And there are thousands of Guyanese right now living in Guyana without any real support for their mental health, okay? Especially our younger people. And they are also in a lot of relationships, and they have no proper guidance. And because they don't have any proper guidance or anyone that teaches them how to resolve these types of conflicts in their life, they tend to knock about. How many more of our children must we watch commit suicide? Must we watch stray away and turn to drugs and violence, simply because we as adults don't know when to be accountable and take responsibility for the decisions that affect the mental health and well-being of those around us? And I did this particular show because the reality is, if I told you guys that this was a show about mental health, a lot of people wouldn't have shown up.
No.
They said mental health is nothing juicy, nothing gaffy about though. We can't talk skunt about though. We can't talk about Belanche and Peach about though. Right? So, you know,
mental health is much more common nowadays
right
than
now
back in the day.
in Guyana, a majority of our population are suffering from mental health issues.
And they don't even realise it.
And I can prove this. 2015. And then again, I can prove this one more time. 34 is greater than 32. You cannot tell me that our people have not been suffering from mental health issues. And believe it or not, these simple little issues like this end up becoming the straw that breaks the camel's back. Because in Guyana, at this particular, you know, time in our country's history, there are many people suffering from economic concerns, many people suffering from physical ailments, you know, health, right? Persons who are struggling to look for a better way of life, persons who have already made some quick decisions in their life, and the burdens and the pressure of life is upon them right now. And one of the quickest things for people to do, especially when they're having a hard time in this life, is to seek somebody else out to share this hard time with. And it might not sound like that, right? But misery loves company. And when that happens, if the other person that is walking into this situation is not strong enough and equipped to handle their new partner's mental health issues, then the whole relationship ends up going down the drain. And at the end of it, you have two persons who have psychologically been broken due to this type of circumstance.
Indeed.
So please forgive me, ladies and gentlemen, by misdirecting you so that I can direct you to the main cause of this show tonight, which was to speak about the mental health issues that are going on in our country with our youths and our adults. And though it might seem like something small, like having multiple accounts, if you are in a relationship with someone who already has a large degree of insecurities, then you must be able to understand that those things can further add to those insecurities and create further devastation in the relationship and possibly even bring harm to someone by them harming themselves or others. Ladies and gentlemen, over the course of this last 10 years, I have seen at least 30 people that I have met in this life who live in Guyana either kill themselves or were killed by somebody else due to mental health concerns. Concerns that stem from emotional issues of instability, right? There were a lot of reasons for this. But no one has ever correctly addressed these concerns. Yet everyone has always spoken about fixing our country. Doesn't matter how much money you give people. Doesn't matter who gets to the top. If they can't address the real grassroots problems of the people, our nation will continue to go down. At this particular point in time, I encourage all of you to make responsible decisions in your life. If you are in a relationship and there are things about it that make you just feel very uncomfortable, be honest enough to your partner to tell him you need to take a break. Back up. Save yourself. You know, these days I see some signs, some memoirs put up, things in relation to domestic violence. There's one that says, I would rather my daughter come back home instead of me having to bury her. I had a sister, a girl that I viewed as a sister. She was murdered in New York, in Queens. And it stemmed from an issue of domestic violence, insecurity. Beautiful young woman dead and gone. Never even had a child yet. The man go and hang himself afterwards. Both of them were dealing. At least he was dealing with some serious mental health issues, and she was not able to identify the warning signs. And ladies and gentlemen, we need to teach our youths in this country how to identify those warning signs, how to prevent themselves from getting into confrontations in their relationships simply because of an emotionally distressing situation or something as simple or trivial like having multiple accounts.
It happens.
It's a fact.
It happens.
It's a fact, right? Right? But we need to reach out to everyone to make sure that these types of issues gets out there. So I wanted to thank everyone for tuning in. I hope that, you know, in a roundabout sort of way, we got the message out to you. So that even though we had fun, we gaff, we talked skunt, we still come back down to the main issue that we intended to address, which was to get more focus and awareness on mental health here in our country, in Guyana, especially for our youths. At this moment, I would like to request, if the government, with all that money you're spending, if you can please get some free counseling available online, private sessions, proper hotlines, and the same way you promote everything else, you need to promote this.
I agree.
You need to promote this. You need to look out for the mental health of our people. You cannot allow them to be so broken. Our children need counseling. They need guidance. They need after-school programs. They need things to keep them busy. It is our responsibility as adults. So, please, even for those of you who don't like me, what I'm saying here, we need it. So please, pick up all 5 of your Facebook accounts and share this skunt. Pick up all 5 of your phone numbers and call whoever you know and tell them straight, listen, this is something that we need to address. Our children are in danger. You don't even know it yet. The world is more dangerous than it ever has been. Where Belange and Peach can bury you in a second and you don't even know it. Right? But we need to address these matters. I hope that I made this discussion with the help of Ms. Chin to be an entertaining and fun one. I hope that the young people who are watching this did not find it boring, because we intentionally did it this way to keep y'all entertained and to make sure that you can learn something and know that, you know, you can get some really valuable lessons
And
while
also
having fun.
have their input as well.
Exactly. You know, we want to hear your
It's-
voice.
yeah.
We want to hear what you have to
It's
say.
good to hear your views as well.
So forgive me for being slightly deceitful in the way I brought it around. But once again, I will tell people, if I told you this was a reading competition, we wouldn't have had as many viewers on at the beginning. Right? So, you know, we had to give you the little skunt that you like and then give you a little common sense at the same time. Alright? In the meantime, to all of you, peace, love, we thank you.
Okay.
We hope you enjoy this and take care. And for all of you amazing people out there, anytime you guys come to Guyana, you're welcome to come by me and talk a little skunt. That is a fact. Okay? And drink some tea. Right? Unless you're the person making jokes about lips, I still want to see your lips. I showed mine. Even my son showed his the other day. He was like, right? So we showing lips now. Can I see your lips, please? Look at the sexy lips. Okay. You guys take care. God bless.
Bye.